My name is Abdallah.
My name is Nehme.
My name is Sareini.
I'm going to talk a little bit about why some people are against or do not believe in precognition. In a paper published by the Journal of Psychology, it was stated that 34% of all psychologists believe that PSI is impossible. PSI seeks to establish the existence of a complicated phenomenon without offering a theory about how the phenomenon came into being in the first place. The lack of positive theory has strayed this percentage of psychologists from believing in precognition. The Skeptic Dictionary discusses precognition and why it is faulty. It points out that people predict the future by taking their own experiences into account. Therefore, most of their anticipation of the future is unconscious and just second nature. But it is based on natural abilities, not mysterious or supernatural powers. In a book on philosophy and physical research, there is an instance where precognition is announced impossible because it leads to contradiction. A skeptic made the statement that you are more likely to believe those dreams that come true. Many people believe this is precognition, when in reality it could just be an example of selective memory. There are many skeptical stances taken on this issue, as well as compelling evidence to support it.
Many individuals experience precognition through their dreams. They have a dream that a certain incident is going to happen, and then the next day or a few days later, the incident they dreamt about actually took place. Some people believe that individuals of all ages experience precognition. A very interesting story was about a little boy who ran into the kitchen where his mother and sister were sitting. He told them to get out of the kitchen. Minutes after the mother ran out of the kitchen with her daughter, there was a gas leak and the house went up in flames. We learn that these kind of events scare children and lead them to believe that they make these things happen. Some people believe that precognition is a gift, while others believe that everyone has this ability. Those people who believe that precognition is a gift believe that only certain individuals are able to see the future. Those people believe that these gifts are from God and are supposed to be used to warn individuals about negative things that will be happening to them. Professor Dale Bem at Cornell University presented some rather compelling evidence that proves that human beings can also directly perceive the future. This may be a bit overreaching considering that what we are talking about is precognition, which is consciously perceiving the future. Premonition, on the other hand, involves unconsciously sensing the future. These are aspects of the general class of phenomena Bem calls PSI, which others have called paranormal or psychic. An article on Psychology Today describes how déjà vu can create an illusion of precognition. These people claim that déjà vu is not just a mere memory for the past, but is also a type of precognition. When some individuals experience déjà vu, they also know exactly what would happen next. For example, a woman was doing yoga and learning a new position that she had never done before. She was overcome not only by the feeling of having been in that same position before, but by a sense of knowing exactly the sequence of movements that would come next. To her astonishment, the instructor performed the same movements that she knew would occur.
Today we will be speaking about precognition and the varying views the general public holds. To begin, we surveyed 50 students at the University of Michigan. Some of the questions included whether or not these people believe in precognition, how certain they are about their beliefs concerning God, and whether or not they belong to a religious group. We hypothesize that most students who do believe in God will fail to believe that precognition exists. After compiling our results, we were able to analyze the following data.
The first graph we constructed compares 6 age groups: first year, second years, third years, fourth years, fifth years, or graduate students, and whether or not they believe in God. On the belief scale, these people circle numbers between 6 and 10 indicating that they certainly believe God exists. We can clearly see that most first years do believe in a higher power, whereas most graduate students don't. This may indicate that some students' religious views have changed after entering college. Keep in mind that the data could also be skewed because although there may be less graduate students listed who believe in God, this could be due to the fact that there aren't as many graduate students who took part in the survey, which was dispersed in the fishbowl. Here, we see that many of the third and fourth year students strongly believe that there are instances where people have knowledge of future events. However, as we saw in the last graph, not as many third or fourth year students certainly believe that God exists. Therefore, we fail to draw any conclusions at this time. Last but not least, we observed the data as a whole and counted 42 students who do believe in God, and 26 who believe that precognition exists. We can say that there is some type of correlation, being that when there are more people who believe that a higher power exists, there are less people that believe precognition exists. We cannot say whether or not any of these variables cause each other, because a third variable may exist and affect the data that has been presented.
There are many instances when people do not believe in such phenomena, such as precognition, but undergoing certain experiences changes their worldview. An article of the BG Bowling Green News states how historically there have been many individuals of different religions that actually do believe in such power. A woman in Cleveland tells of her pastor who tells her to just go with her God-gifted feelings. There are religious others who are strictly against psychic abilities and believe that these are New Age beliefs, and with time these people's beliefs will actually change.